This workout wasn't what I thought it was.
30 seconds.
Zwift Academy has been great fun so far, but I needed to gather my thoughts and catch my breath after finishing this one, because I can tell you now, it wasn't easy. So here's the breakdown so you know what to expect and you're more prepared than I was going into this bad boy.
Here we go again. This is my second Zwift Academy workout today, and this one is the pro one. So one of the pro contender ones. This is the glycolytic one, so the shorter one of the two, but it's still longer than any of the other Zwift Academy workouts I've done, this one being an hour and 10 minutes in total.
For some reason, I went into this one thinking it was just going to be like the other Zwift Academy workouts, just a little bit harder. But I was also thinking, well, how do they pick the best riders if that's the case? Where does Zwift draw the line? How do they determine it if it's based off everyone's on FTP and they just have to go through the structured workouts? But now I've done it, I can see how they do that.
All right, so we're now in to the two priming efforts. So definitely keeping the cadence up is going to be good. And it almost looks like this whole thing is just a massive warm-up until the last two 10-minute blocks.
The first part of the workout was all good for me, straightforward, much like one of the other Zwift Academy workouts, but don't let that fool you. Where did it go wrong for me then? Well, the part that I wasn't sure on was this middle block, where it's all grey and we've got a mixture of free riding and recovery sections.
I'm not sure what this middle block's all about. There's a lot of free riding, a lot of fairly easy riding, but...
Going off other workouts that I've done in the past on Zwift, I kind of just assumed that you could do whatever you wanted in those free ride periods, meaning it could be pretty easy if you wanted it to be. But I also know that Zwift often prompts some sort of drills in these periods, so I didn't know what to expect going into this middle section. Now, having done it, I can tell you now that it's not just free riding or coasting at all. There's 3 intensive intervals here. So there's a 30 seconds all-out effort.
30 seconds.
A 1 minute all-out effort.
Oh man, I'm guessing 1 minute full gas. Gonna build into this one a bit better. Hopefully pace it.
And a 2 minute all-out effort with recoveries in between. And the thing is, with an all-out effort, no matter who you are, no matter how fit you are, because you're going all out, that's still going to be super tough and really difficult. No matter how fit you are, it's always going to be super difficult. Then following this, you must complete 2 lots of 10-minute sub-threshold sections.
All right, ready or not, here we go. Oh, I need to settle in here.
After depleting yourself on these all-out intervals. So this is really going to test your recovery capabilities, and that's what Zwift means when they give that workout description.
Okay, halfway through the first 10-minute sub-threshold block. This is tough, really tough, but you know what that means. It's going to do some good.
So ideally, unlike me, you probably want to come into this one as fresh as possible, because you really want to push it in those free ride sections, those all-out efforts, to get your best possible results for each single one of them. And then you want to try and recover as much as possible, so really try and get your heart rate under control and your breathing under control in the recovery periods to again get the most out of it, but also recover as well as you can do in the sub-threshold blocks. With all that data and how you scored in those free ride sections and then your recovery in the 10-minute sections, Zwift can really pick out the stronger riders. So that's obviously not going to be me, but it was actually a really cool workout that I think is really worth trying. Having the all-out intervals, the recovery periods.
Okay, that's a 30-second effort done, the minute effort done. Got a 7-minute recovery now, and there's a 2-minute effort then a short recovery, and then we're into the blocks.
And then the big threshold blocks kind of mimics riding out on the road or cycling events where you're surging, then you're recovering, maybe you're going downhill, and then also having to put out consistent efforts at near threshold for long periods of time after such surges. I think this workout is a really good one for kind of mimicking racing and actually riding out on the road, and it's a really fun one to do.
To the line. Yeah, we're not messing around. Here we go. Woo! Oh, so good.
So if you haven't done it already, I would definitely encourage you to do it. It's a cool one to try. And if you do want to give it a go, you can access it from the workout folder at any point. And if you're contending for a pro contract, there are certain rules you have to follow. So you have to use a heart rate monitor, for example. You have to complete all the Zwift Academy workouts as well, and they have to be the long versions. And there's a few other rules that you might want to check into if you're thinking of contending for the pro contract. Now, don't forget to press that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. It's obviously completely free. And until next time, have a really good one and enjoy some suffering.